Well, happy Saturday to everybody. Saturdays at noon Eastern Time right here at Ask a Trucking Recruiter. I'm Indiana Jack. Good day to you. Good day to you truckers all around the country and around the world. We have a lot of viewers in many other countries that watch. Not as many as used to watch the Indiana Jack channel, but many here still appreciate you watching from Australia, from Europe. We get your messages here and really appreciate that. Today's subject is, we're going back to owner-operators a little bit this week. How much money should you put down on your first truck? You're all excited. You've been a truck driver for years as a company driver, or maybe just 2 or 3 years. Now you want to buy your first truck and get out there on your own as a business operator, an owner of a business. How much money should you put down on that first truck? And that's what we're going to talk about today. A guy called me yesterday. True story. He says he has $45,000 saved up. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. I told him that. Should I buy a $45,000 truck, or should I put the $45,000 down on a brand new truck or a newer truck, a $100,000 truck, and then make payments on the remainder? Such a good question. Everybody asks it. But you know what? Not everyone has that discipline to be able to save up $45,000. Now, I don't know if he saved up that money or if he got an inheritance or something like that. I didn't go into those personal details with him, but nonetheless, however he got it, if it was legal, here's what I think he should do with that, and hopefully it'll help you when you're buying your first truck out there. I will give you my personal opinion, and we'll talk about that and some other things regarding how much money you should put down on your truck right after these messages. Gimme that, gimme that, gimme that. Isn't that a song? I remember hearing that. I can't remember where it's from. I think it is a song, but that's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to DAT Solutions, or Trucker's Edge, the software. We've all heard of it. Remember in the olden days when you'd go into a truck stop and you'd see on the wall the DAT board? I remember it distinctly. There's still remnants of those out there. Well, the new DAT, or new trucker solution, or way to look for load, is all on your phone or through a computer. I've made videos about this before. The folks there are offering you and I 30 days free if you go there and check out their site. Maybe you just started your own trucking company. Maybe you have your own authority. Maybe you're a broker. Whatever you have, if you need loads or if you need to post a load, DAT Solutions or Trucker's Edge is the way to go. If you do it right here on our site, I'll put a link right in the notes to this video. Do it there. You'll get 30 days free. Everybody likes free. I'm Indiana Jack. Go over and check out our friends at DAT Software, DAT Solutions, Trucker's Edge, whatever you want to call them. A great way to find a load. Gimme that, gimme that, gimme that. Okay, welcome back. The only message we didn't have put on there, our third sponsor, Traveloko. Don't forget to give them a call if you want to bring your $45,000 truck there. Call their recruiters. You will make 85% of the real rate con. Call Traveloko today. They'd be happy to talk to you, I'm sure. Welcome back. By the way, I want to say I apologize for last week. Last Saturday, we had a show lined up. I came in here, set up everything. It was with a guest. Yes, we had a guest planned. The guest did not show up. So it's my fault that I didn't have a backup show. So I learned a lesson. If I get a guest again, which I'm sure we will, and then they don't show up, or the remote, or if there's some kind of problem, then we can do a different show replacing that. So I apologize. It's unprofessional of me not to have a show, but if it's beyond my control, there's nothing I can do. Everything was based on me having a conversation with that guest, and he did not show. So here's my opinion on the $45,000 that the guy called me about yesterday. What should he do with that? I think, personally, just off the top of my head, and it's going to depend on you a lot too, you never want to be without cash. Cash says everything about your business, and you have to have cash to survive, especially as a truck driver, right? I mean, if you've learned anything, even for me and the mistakes I made as a truck driver when I was driving Old Red, having cash really helped me in times when I needed help. So I'm going to say this. My personal opinion is, and others will disagree, and that's fine. That's what a show like this is, a forum to disagree. Perhaps put $20,000 down on the truck and then save the other $20,000 for what you're going to need, those ups and those downs in the trucking business, any business in fact. But in this case, since we're talking about trucking, have some cash, lots of cash, because you will need to have cash on that first breakdown. We'll talk about that in a minute. Our first question, actually this whole show is based on questions today, but the first question, because we always answer every question here at Ask a Trucking Recruiter. Amanda writes, do you have to live where the terminal or the recruiters are to drive for a trucking company? No. In our case, we hire out of every state except California. And I won't go into that, but California is so... They don't let you hire owner-operators there anymore. So many qualifications in California that we just can't hire you if you're in California, but by golly, if you're in every other one of the United States except for Hawaii. I don't know about Alaska. I've never got an application from anyone in Alaska, but I'm sure there's great loads going in and out of Alaska. But to answer your question, Amanda, no, you don't have to live near. I don't think there are carriers that require you to live near them, but that's a company position. Or if they have their own personal freight that requires you to live where they live, then, or where the terminal is, then that would be the case. But in our case, no, you don't have to live near the terminal. By the way, I'm getting complaints of people that say I should not drink coffee while talking to you folks. But I cannot talk for a half an hour without having something to drink, and I'm sorry I don't have anything to offer you. I used to feed all you guys. Remember that? I'd feed everyone who was watching the show over at Trucking Adventures, but here it's not practical. I can't get all of you fed and with some kind of drink. I apologize, I have to drink. That's because I can't talk that long without it. Okay, back to our subject today about you buying a truck because a guy who called me yesterday had $45,000, didn't know what to do with it. A lot of your down payment on your truck is based on what the bank's going to say too. So you can try to put as little down or as much down as you want, but the bank, if you're buying it from a bank, or if they're giving you your loan, then that's going to have a lot to do with it. They're going to have to say how much you have to have down. If you use a company like OTR Leasing, they're going to be more lower down payment, more like $5,000. I mean, we have many drivers that work for our company that use OTR Leasing, and they're very happy with the truck that they purchase from them. This is not a commercial for them. They are not a sponsor, just someone that I have personal experience with helping you as a truck driver get a truck financed and get the right truck that's right for you. So the bank will definitely have a lot to say with how much has to be put down on your truck as you are starting your trucking business. This show, Ask a Trucking Recruiter, is based on your questions. And Mondak writes, what is the difference between contract rates and spot market rates? We've talked about this before, Mondak, but all questions are important. Especially you, a viewer. We'll just talk about it again because the more people that know, you will be more educated as a truck driver in your truck driving business. A contract rate is, let's say you're a trucking company and you go to a certain company and you want to buy their services. You want to buy a whole bunch of loads for the year. You make a contract for that. We'll do those loads for $2.50 a mile every week. There's 5 loads a week. We'll buy those. And you sign a contract. That's how much you're making, period, for that amount of time for the contract. That's contract rates. That would mean your carrier, or you could have contract rates. You agree that that's how much you're going to do that load for. That's what contract rate is. Spot market freight is newer loads, let's say, that company hadn't planned on. Now they have 5 more loads that there is no contract for, so they put them on a load board so that anyone can bid on them, if you will. They usually sell them to a broker, then the broker sells them to a trucking company, or you as a truck driver if you have your trucking business. So that's the difference. Spot market rates, which is what we deal with here, the rates can go up and the rates can go down based on the market at the time. So that's the difference. Which is better? Right now, with drivers making $10,000 a week, spot market freight rates, I think everyone would agree with me that right now it's better to be working on the spot market, which is load boards. I'm always talking about DAT. Their freight is all spot market freight, and it's through the roof. It's never been like this in our country before. As long as it's like that, then I'm going to say spot market freight is the way to go. Let's check our time. We're good. We're not in a rush. Just you and I talking about our favorite subject, which is truck driving. Being an owner-operator, today we're talking about how much of a down payment should you put on your truck, your first truck. What about warranty? Will that $90,000 truck have a warranty left on it? Sure. I mean, that's not that many miles. If it doesn't, should you buy an aftermarket warranty? Boy, that's a big question. big question. We're talking about it. It will only help you, and this is my opinion. We've dealt with that. I've dealt with many aftermarket warranties. It will help you as an owner-operator in a catastrophic event. Let's say the engine blows or the EGR system goes down. You need, you're hoping that's covered under your aftermarket rate or your aftermarket warranty, because not only do you have to repair that engine or whatever the problem is, but you have hotels, maybe airline flights, food, all those expenses, plus being down all that time. So any amount of money throwing towards that breakdown that you're in is going to help you. So when you're buying that first truck, consider what kind of warranty is left. What kind of warranty is on that truck, and should you buy an aftermarket warranty? I'm going to say yes. We'll probably do a show about that, an in-detail show about aftermarket warranty, whether you should buy one in a truck, for a truck. Any little bit's going to help during that catastrophic period of time. Like when thank goodness, I had a lot of money saved up when when her engine went down, and I didn't have, No, I didn't have any warranty on that. I had to come up with that myself. And I didn't have an aftermarket warranty, but I had saved up, I planned, I thought ahead, which is, it's the only thing I can recommend to you are the, things that I've experienced as a truck driver of 12 years. Okay, the show is driven by your questions. Question number 3, pilot trucker. I don't know if that means he's an airline pilot or a pilot, gas station, truck stop guy, whatever. Will you do a show about safety? Wow. I wish I could convince our safety lady, her name's April, to talk about safety, because she's a great talker and she's knowledgeable about safety subjects. Yes, we'll do a show about safety eventually. Safety in your trucking business is very important. So yeah, pilot, I don't know if that's what you wanted to know, just if I would do one or if you want me to do one right now. But yeah, we'll do a show about safety coming up soon, because it's an important part of the trucking industry. Thank you, pilot trucker, appreciate that. The final question about the $45,000 guy, should you have a truck payment? Maybe he should do it the Kevin Rutherford way. He doesn't say this as much now, but he used to say, buy a $15,000 truck and you can make money with that. Then you'd have not only a $15,000 truck, but you'd have cash left over too. Considerations that you should have, said Yoda. I think it's okay to have a truck payment in trucking. My opinion. Okay, thanks for riding along. Shorter show today. Thanks for riding along, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to this show, because it's your subscriptions, your participation in this show that helps us move up in the Google ratings, and I really appreciate that. So thanks for riding along. We'll see you next time. I'm Indiana Jack, and this is Ask a Trucking Recruiter.